Quran always leads men to the Bible. If you study your Quran very well, you will see that it will lead you to the Bible. Because he told them in the Quran, he told them that, you see, if you want to understand spiritual things and then the written gospels, you need to see them which have the Bible. He said the gospels of Jesus were and have been before the Quran came. So if there is something to study, go back to the gospels. And then I was telling him, you people believe that Jesus, the Bible, especially the New Testament, is corrupted. And the New Testament is the embodiment of Jesus. And you people say or claim you believe in Jesus. If you claim to believe in Jesus and you also believe that the New Testament is corrupted, then you people are very corrupt. And he was asking me how and why. I said, how can you believe in a man whose word is corrupted, but the person is not corrupt? How can you believe in a man as a prophet? You believe in a man as a prophet, but you believe that his words are lies. Then you yourself, you're a liar. And then he said, what are you saying? I said, I'm saying what I'm saying. Because how can you believe in a man whose word you claim is full of lies? How can you believe me, assuming you believe me, but you know that everything I say is a lie? Where do you stand in truth yourself? You believe in me, but you know I always lie. How do you believe in somebody who always lies? And his words are full of lies, and they are documented as lies. And then you read them. You read them. When you meet a Muslim who wants to challenge a Christian, he will never read his Quran. He will come to the Bible. The same Bible that they claim is corrupted. But they believe that Jesus that gave the word in that corrupted thing. How can the two match? It can't match. Because they know all scriptures, everything that was made, everything that men rely on, points to Jesus. That is why the fetish priest called all the gods. And then he said, I need a power that surpasses what I am operating. I need a power that will make me live as God on earth. And then the idols, the spirits told him, if you want such a power, it doesn't lie in idols. It doesn't lie in stones. It doesn't lie. But there is a name. There is a man. His name we cannot mention. And the fetish priest asked him, is it Jesus? And all of the spirits vanished. Because even idols and spirits, they know Jesus is God. They know Jesus is God. And they submit to the lordship of Jesus being God. All things that men rely on, they have their living and their being, and they have their trust in Jesus Christ. What about you? What about me? What about us? What about you and me? Somebody. Whatever you believe in, does it believe in you? It can't believe in you because it knows it has its own way. Everything in this life rests on Jesus. Whatever you are resting on, whatever you are believing in, believes in Jesus. The earlier you and I accept it, the better for us. The things you and I depend on, they depend on Jesus. The things you and I believe, they believe in Jesus. The reason why every knee bows and every tongue confesses that Jesus is Lord is because they believe in Him. They rely on Jesus for existence. Everything in this life relies on Jesus for existence. I was telling somebody something. Human beings rely on tree for food. The tree relies on Jesus to reproduce. And then somebody said it is not true. And I said, if you like, take light out of the life of a tree and see if photosynthesis will be possible. Even the tree relies on Jesus. I said, he said, oh, it is not true. Trees don't rely on Jesus. I said, if trees don't rely on Jesus, take light out of the life of a tree and see if you have photosynthesis. Pollination depends on light. Whatever men depend on in this life, they are